Hello everyone. Well, earlier I got back from Stephen King's It Chapter 2, which is the follow-up to a 2017 version of It, based on novelistic name by Stephen King, and I definitely gotta say, I really loved it, as someone who really enjoyed the first part as well, that this one, much like heck the 2017 movie, was as a strong adaptation of King's novel, as well as a vast improvement over the now infamously campy 1990 miniseries event. So, this film takes place 27 years after the events of the first chapter, where the now adult Losers Club are going to confront the not only their traumatic past in the town of Derry, Maine, but also the clown Pennywise after the events and start happening again, with many going missing and getting killed. So, in regards to both the first chapter as well as the book out and this movie now, I'll do my best to keep things relatively spoiler free, which I'm pretty good at, so I definitely will continue. So, on top of the bulk of the crew returning from the previous chapter, along with, especially in the case of director Andre Muschietti, the film has a lot of big names for their cast, and then on top of Bill Skarsgård returning as Pennywise, and Everybody's Terrifying as Ever, we have a lot of big names playing adult members of the Losers Club, Melissa Jessica Chastain, James McAvoy, and a spectacularly haunted performance Bill Hader, who, in many ways, he's kind of like a deconstruction of persona he's often cast himself on Saturday Night Live and all his other movies as well. Also, and given how this is the same role as being like a TV comic who in the original whole TV movie, who also has problems with alcohol and a rather sort of personal life. So, but that's definitely another part of what makes the story so effective to me, and how even though I wanted to read the book and watch the first chapter again before I saw this movie, the fact that I remember that so well definitely is a good example of how effective the storytelling is. And on top of this, given how a lot of the personal terrors can manifest as more paranormal ones, and each trial that each character undergoes actually makes perfect sense for that particular character story arc. I mean, I actually don't mind that behind the runtime being in 2 hours 49 minutes this one, because there's a lot to tell, a lot to unpack in this time frame, and I've got the attention span of a similar runtime in other genres and series, then it's not a problem with me, given how, at its core, the story is not only about confronting like the supernatural horrors, but also their personal ones, like, and also how what they endured as children can manifest in different ways as adults. Like, given how that's definitely the big difference between this chapter and the first one. Given how the first chapter dealt with like the usual child fear, but this one's also every bit as effective given how it deals with the adult fear. Like, because it's definitely a simple whole explanation that it doesn't go away just as you get older. It just takes a new form, and that can often root in where you grew up and how that affects you as a person. And so I definitely like how the horror is everybody as character focused it is about the setting and the creatures they face, and I mean, so it basically says that even if you can't change your past, you can still confront it, face it, and move forward from it as well, man. And even if if this film takes some liberties with the story, there are liberties that make sense to the medium, given how even an age where we have Mad Titans and and Bill Nye being combining himself with the Mewtwo, it's still there's still a limit to what a person can accept on screen, but I even don't even mind the CG use on the transformation and how it almost looks like something like Lovecraft. I mean, and also the atmosphere, how it draws you in, making sure you're invested before things get spooky, rather than trying to hammer you in submission with jump scares. I mean, again, that plays into how each setup makes sense for each particular character's arc of the Adult Losers Club, man. Since and the budget is at least $60 million. That's like a little under double what they spent on the first one, and made some good use of that as well. And even I still submit that given how the film progresses, as well as especially in the case of the Mont on the sewers, that this actually makes a better Silent Hill movie than the actual ones I've made. And as you can tell by my expression, I'm not going to be looking at those, but hopefully they'll make something else of that. But I'm glad to have experienced this, and before I get into the coming attractions, and I definitely be looking forward to experiencing this again. And given how we're in a new phase, a lot of Kane's works being revisited, not only for film but also for other platforms like Netflix, Hulu, and Prime, and others, such as like Doctor Sleep coming this November, as well as a new Age of Clowns being seen as terrifying again, as with not only this one but also the upcoming Joker. I definitely will be eager to experience more of this in the near future. So my favorite rating is 4 out of 4 before I get into my coming attractions. Okay, first up, Overcomer. As per usual, this looked like fluff to me. I mean, I'm actually still surprised that these kind of movies are still making it theaters at all, when the whole thing just to me just screams like straight to Hallmark Channel with their kind of thing. I actually laughed, but not for the reasons the creators probably intending. So I'm gonna skip it. And Jumanji Next Level, probably gonna be renting the DVD of that one, because I actually think that like the previous installment does definitely a lot better than I was expecting it to be, and has some other stuff in the mix to keep things interesting, such as having Danny DeVito, who I have expected to be doing like a bit on Always Sunny in Philadelphia, uh, with his character, but even when he's occupying the avatar of Dwayne The Rock Johnson's character. And much like the last movie, it will make a good template for this off delayed Uncharted movie that I'm trying to get off the ground for a while. Seriously, it's been taking so long to make that even Nathan Fillion was able to star as Nathan Drake in a fan film about the games, given how Fillion himself is a fan of the games, like I am. I mean, I'm still gonna hang my poster in here, but I get ahead of myself. So, obviously, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I'll definitely take this opportunity to address my belated thoughts on the E23 footage, which showed not only a red-eyed C-3PO and potential dramatic end for one of my favorite droids, but also teasing a potential future of Rey as a Sith Lord and her new double-edged lightsaber, which I personally want. I mean, if they make a cosplay out of that, man, a place cosplay out of that, since. And yes, it has led to some amusing memes, such as like compared to like a Swiss Army lightsaber, or even like a razor for the closest shave you can have, like Gillette, the best Gillette I can get. And even with the current state of made affairs, I'm still trying to be optimistic, especially given how other stuff that's coming to Disney Plus, like The Mandalorian, as well as the Obi-Wan standalone project being retooled for that platform. I'm eager to see what they'll do next. even with, and also with a potential, second sequel trilogy. Folks, I mean, I just gonna go on record that even though I never really watched Game of Thrones, I can understand why a lot of people are disappointed, at least, I mean, with a finale like that, since. But I get ahead of myself once again, and I'm probably not gonna be doing in 2 months already for that again. And I've still got things of me playing for a while, but I'm still stretched thin with other projects I want to get out. I'm still stacking scripts and videos to get out very soon. But anyway, that's all I have to say for now. And Losers Club forever.